find our social media buttons at the top left-hand corner of the site. philsgang.com and Phil's Gang Social Media, keeping you connected.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
Some of these numbers are really extraordinary. I'm looking at inflation, and you look at things like meat, poultry, fish, eggs, up 10.5%. New cars, up 9%. Then you've got gas, up 42%. Overall energy, up 25%. Used cars and trucks, up 24%.
But we're told that the consumer is doing terrific. Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. The consumer is the one that gets hit the most. And this inflation, remember, that really helps out the wealthy because they make out the best because the wealthy have assets, art, diamonds, whatever. And when you have inflation, they do terrific. So they're doing very, very well. But it's the middle class, there's almost no middle class anymore, and Main Street worker, he's getting killed. Yet when you listen to the fake Business News Network, they're telling how great he's doing. He's doing terrific. No, if you're on fixed wages, you are not doing terrific. Your wages are not going up. In fact, the inflation right now is cutting your wages by 2.2%, probably more. So when you get your check at the end of the week, 2.2%. You're getting 2.2% less because of inflation. Inflation's a horrible thing. It's a horrible thing. But they don't talk about it. They don't talk about it. And this supply chain disruption is all inflationary, for God's sakes. It's going to kill the worker. Because remember, prices go up. Prices go up on everything when you have a supply chain disruption like this. Like we have supply chain disruptions all the time, but not like this. Not like this. I mean, it's a challenge anytime between the weather and natural disasters like hurricanes and labor and strikes and terrorism. There's always some problem. So it's a constant battle to keep that supply chain working. And anyone who tell you anything about the supply chain that knows anything about it, it's tough. When you have a global supply chain, it takes a lot of work and a lot of time. And what we have right now is a disaster. And it's not going to get over soon. I mean, when you listen to the transportation secretary, it's like everything's fine. It's going to be okay. In fact, he says he's going to go home for a quarter, a full quarter. Imagine he's going to get a quarter off. A full quarter, 3 months. Now, wait a minute. That doesn't make sense. Talked about this yesterday. We have a disaster. This is costing large companies $184 million each. We're talking about large publicly traded companies. Cost them $184 million each. Small businesses, they're losing about 30% of their profits, 30 to 45% actually of their profits. And he's saying everything's fine. Everything's fine. He said, I'm going to go home. I'm going to be with my husband. We just adopted a pair of twins, and I'm going to enjoy my time off. I'm going to take 12 weeks. 12 weeks, you know what could happen in 12 weeks? There's nobody running this thing. He said, but don't worry. Before I left, I set up a round table. So we got a whole group working on this. Are you kidding? He has no clue what's going on with this and the damage this is doing. He has no clue. Do you know that just 13% of U.S. employees work in a job where paid parent leave is offered to males? Just 13%. And normally you get 1 week, not a full quarter of the year. That's insane. And somebody who's in this kind of position, he doesn't work for the transportation department like he's a federal employee. This is the guy that's ahead of it. There's a crisis. He should be there 24 hours. Yes, he's got 2 babies, but he's also got his husband at home, and they got plenty of money, and they can get all kinds of help. He doesn't care. This is crazy. So here's the real problem. This is not going to be over soon because it's very complicated. See, if you take warehousing, you take the distribution and the trucking system, they all have the same problem. They all share the same problem. Space constraints. You know, you can have China sitting here and say they're going to double up, but they have no place to put their goods. When they manufacture stuff, there's no room on the docks. When they load up the big crates, there's no place to put them. So to have this big surge in production doesn't work because of the space constraints they have and the space constraints we have here in America when they deliver those goods. Now, the biggest problem here is the labor for truckers and the labor for warehouse operators. It's tough to get them. A trucker starts out with $50,000. Who wants that job? That's one of the worst jobs. I mean, that's like the job of last resort. You're away from home. That's a terrible job. Warehouse, you only make $30,000. They always have big problems with that. But trucking has always been the most challenging part of managing these freight flows, as 71% of all goods involve trucking. Even when they bring the ship in and take the goods, lift them off, and they put it back down on the dock, a truck takes it to a warehouse. They don't have enough trucks. They don't have enough truck there. That's before this problem. So this is going to get worse. We got big manufacturing delays all around the world, but here in the U.S., we have big shortage of workers because all these factories here in the U.S., we all went high-tech. Everything's high-tech. High-tech. So you got these factories that are high-tech, and therefore there's a big demand for skilled workers. This is not like your father or grandfather's factory. These are people who have skills in computers. Everything's operated by robots and computers, and they can't fill these jobs. These are computerized equipment. They can't fill them. I mean, people have no idea what a problem this is. And you got Mayor Pete telling us how great things are. And he's telling us, oh, don't forget, it's work too, having a baby.
One more thing that I think is maybe underappreciated, when somebody welcomes a new child into their family and goes on leave to take care of that child, That's not a vacation. It's work.
How arrogant. How arrogant is that? What an arrogant statement. If he wanted to be in that position, he should work for the post office. You don't take the position that you are head of the United States Transportation. Do you know how big that's an $85 billion budget, 55,000 people, and he's sitting home playing house with a crisis like this that affects everyone. Everyone. This is nuts. And he's sitting home. This is just insane. This is crazy. Unbelievable. Be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grain at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here, and it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. You know what really bothers me about all of this? Do you know how many small businesses are going to be out of business? Large companies, there's already 27,000 large companies in the United States that filed bankruptcy because of this, what's going on with this disruption of supply. 27,000. China, over 64,000 companies have gone out of business. This is really bad. Okay, this is really bad. And this economic shutdown, we've never had one like this. But let's take trucking. Trucking is, and I got a stock I gave to my gang members, and it's a nice little stock. And I don't want you buying, unless you're a gang member, please don't buy it, because I know a lot of you do that. I mentioned a stock my members have, and then you're not a member, and you don't have my coded chart, you don't get my alerts. So when I tell you to buy or add or take money off or get ready to take your profit or get out totally, you don't know that. You just take the stock that I name on radio here and you think you're going to be a millionaire. It doesn't work like that, okay? So please don't try this at home unless you have a chart, okay? So again, my chart, because I'm telling you that, I see this all the time. Then I'll see somebody say, "Oh, I listen to Phil. I lost money." But what he doesn't tell you, the person doesn't tell you, they never joined a gang. So I never had access to them, so I can't tell them when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to go short. So please don't do that. Anyways, the stock name is Best. It's only a $2.10 stock. Setting up nice. It's a nice uptrend. See, and this is what drives me crazy. When I listen to Kramer, and he tells somebody today, listen to this on Pfizer, and trends are important. I'll explain in a minute, but listen what Kramer's saying about Pfizer. If you have a chart, take a look. If you don't, you can come to my site if you have a mobile device, and I'll show it to you.
Doing fine. How about you?
Not too good. I'm in a stock now that has been down.
All right.
40 out of the last 55 trading days. The stock is half of its high. PFE.
Call me a buyer, not a seller of Pfizer.
He's a buyer of Pfizer, he says. Can you imagine? Now, this poor soul, if he was with us, this stock, he would have been short. If you have a mobile device, take a look at Pfizer. See where it turned red right here? It turned red on August 31. That told us more money was coming out of this stock, and it was going to go lower. And it did. So if you were a member and you got in the stock to sell it short at $47, it's now today at $42. And there's no sign of this stock all of a sudden going to recover. They don't recover like that. When you have a stock that is going down, not only does our color code tell you exactly when money is coming back in, and it's a low probability of losing money, but also we identify what we call you shut the trap door. What does that mean? On the chart, it shows you that when a lot of stocks go up because these guys like Kramer and the rest of them, they recommend them on TV and people jump in and buy them and they think they're going to get rich. And they don't understand, just like this stock here, why would you buy this stock when the trap door is open? What does that mean? Every stock that you own has a trend of money. And if the trend of money, if more money is going out of that stock than going into the stock, that is a strong trend to the downside. Now, stocks can go up while money is going out of that stock because you have profit taking called short covering. So, at least with our chart, it will turn green, or first it will turn yellow to warn you, call to action that the flow of money is settling down now. The flow of money out is going to stop. That is basing, and then it'll turn green and tell you when to buy, so that your probability of losing money is so low. And that's what it's all about. And in investing in stocks is to focus on the money loss. If you can focus on not losing money and put your energy there, that's how you make money. But this stock, Pfizer, is crazy. Now, if you go and you take the stock, my stock, BEST, look at the difference in the trend. Now, if you have a mobile device, you can see this. You see my trend? You always make sure you're buying a stock that is uptrend, especially in this environment. What they're doing right now, they are rigging this entire stock market. And they've been rigging it since 2008, which has been terrific. And they've been rigging it, started double down in 2013. And now with the earnings coming out, they're really rigging it to the upside. All they're doing is printing more and more money, $125 billion a month to keep the market going up. That's what they're doing. So ride it up until it doesn't go any further, because we're going to have the biggest crash ever. And as long as you know what you're doing, it will get you to that point. Remember, 80% of the people right now is in the stock market, you're going to lose money. 80%, it's a fact. 80% of people lose money in the stock market. You're going to be the opposite. You're going to be part of our 20% in the market that always makes money consistently, because when stocks start to roll over and go down, you're going to be shorting that stock, making money. With the same ease that you buy a stock, you're going to be selling the stock short. Now, going back to what gripes me about this guy, Pete the mayor, he has no idea what he is doing. He has no idea. Now, the biggest problem is loss of revenue for these small businesses. Terrible, the amount of revenue. And here he is, sitting home with his husband, 2 twins. He's going to be there for 12 weeks. Can you imagine? And we got companies losing money, big companies, so your 401k is going to get hurt. You got small businesses that are going to get really hurt. People are going to be losing jobs. This is bad, and he's sitting home like he's just a secretary in the State Department or in his Department of Transportation. He heads the department. When you head a department, you work harder than anybody else. But it just shows they don't care. It just shows that he was appointed. He was appointed to this because of politics. He has no skill for this. The only experience he has in transportation is driving from his house to work. That's it. It's terrible.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Welcome back to Phil's Gang. Look, if you're in the market, stay with stocks that we call big trending stocks. Give you an example. Tesla is one of our big trending stocks. Stocks that have relative strength, meaning every time you get a dip during the day or during the week, that the stock keeps going up. Because this market is driven by inflation and low rates. They want inflation. That's how the wealthy get wealthier. So if you stay in stocks and ride this market out, that's what you got to do. You got to be in those specific stocks. I'll give you an example. Oil. From the time it turned green, we're up 19%. Methanol oil, MEOH, up 40%. Tesla, 40%. Nice tech stock, Intuit, 38%. DDOG, information technology, 26%. And we did really good with our hotels. And MGM, Marriott, 18%. MGM, 26%. So you want to be in these stocks that have these trends that are benefiting from all this inflation. So what you should do, give us a call, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-GANG. Or go to my site, philsgang.com. So that every day, remember at 2 o'clock, we post our portfolio for you. That we tell you exactly what to do with each one of our stocks. Example, here's Steve right now, and he's doing a review on one of our stocks, and it's part of our portfolio.
Caterpillar, we got stopped out here today, and that's okay. What we're gonna do now is just kind of keep this on the watch list and watch to re-enter either.
So he's always with you every day through every stock. Nobody does that with you with your 401k. No broker does that. Think about it. Every stock in our portfolio, our gang portfolio, we're with you every day, all the way through it. Takes you come home from work. We posted at 2 o'clock. Steve posted, you come home, you have supper, takes you 5 minutes to look at your stock and do exactly what he says. And we have the color-coded chart, the technology behind it. So check it out. For 10 days, it's free. See if it works for you. So give us a call, 877-600-GANG, or that's 877-600-2464. I'm sorry, 800-600-GANG, okay? 877-600-GANG. Sorry about that. Now, let's talk about the inflation for a minute. Listen what this guy, Mayor Pete, says.
Every one of those ships is full of record amounts of goods that Americans are buying because demand is up, because income is up.
No, income's not up. There's not demand because of income being up. And those poor goods are getting more expensive and more expensive. The guy's a liar. Listen.
Some of these numbers are really extraordinary. I'm looking at inflation, and you look at things like meat, poultry, fish, eggs, up 10.5%. New cars, up 9%.
So everything we're importing is going up higher and higher. And this guy here, instead of being at work today, getting this thing straightened out, he's got to get this straightened out. He's sitting in home for 12 weeks. 12 weeks. When anybody else in this country, anybody else gets just 13%. Matter of fact, just 13% of United States employees work in a job where paid parent leave is offered to males. And normally if it is, it's 1 week. He's getting 12 weeks. He's the head of the transportation department, for God's sakes. He's not a secretary. He should be working 24/7 because small businesses are going out of business. That's the backbone of our country, small businesses. Wages are not going to go up. Every time you go buy something, the purchasing power of your dollar is down. It's going to cost you more. This is insane. And he's sitting home for 12 weeks. Are you out of your mind? Now, let me tell you what this thing is really about. It's not about demand. He goes on and he gives the president credit. The president did such a great job with this economy that everybody's buying stuff. No, that's not what happened. No, it's not what happened. We had an economic shutdown. We never experienced one of those before, a total shutdown. So 22 million people go home. They're not working. Soon, the government prints $1 trillion. And that $1 trillion flows from Washington into the hands of the consumer. This caused the consumer to purchase $1 trillion in inventory off the shelves. At the same time, it's not being replaced because people are at home. So the guy who makes dishes, if you bought your dishes and you bought a set of dishes, usually the store owner puts it in order and then it's replenished. No, you can't put it in the store order. He's not going to get it because nobody's there to make dishes. So the backlog was so huge. This guy's a liar. It had nothing to do with Biden and the economy. He's a liar. The backlog, because think, if you're selling, the government gives you $1 trillion and everybody runs out and spends that $1 trillion, everything is bought up, nothing's on the shelves, and you can't order. You order, but you're not going to get a shipment. That's called backlog. Finally, when Biden stopped fighting everybody, he didn't want to open up the economy. Finally, Florida and South Dakota and other states said, the hell with him, we're going to open the economy. Finally, in opening up the economy, our biggest supplier of goods slowly ramped up production, China. But guess what? The backlog was so huge in China because the manufacturing plants were shut down. It takes an enormous amount of time to get things cranking again. So China utilized every cargo ship they had, put it to work. But there's a problem at their ports. They're so backed up with orders, and not because the economy's doing better. It's backed up with orders because $1 trillion was printed. People spent $1 trillion on goods, and they couldn't be replaced. There was nobody producing them. And then finally, when the economy opens, and we got this big backlog, now we got to produce them. That's what happened. This guy is a liar. I'll let him finish what he's saying here. This is crazy.
Every one of those ships is full of record amounts of goods that Americans are buying because demand is up, because income is up, because the president has successfully guided this economy out of the teeth of a terrifying recession.
What a lie that is. Are you kidding me? Our economic GDP growth, same thing. Remember when the economy opened back up and they said, oh, look at our growth. We're up 30%. Well, of course, we had zero growth. The comparable is easy. And then they said by the fourth quarter of this year here, our growth would be 10, 12%. They're lucky to get 1.8%. Well, this is crazy. So China, they start manufacturing. And they're our biggest supplier, but they had port problems too because they only have so many cranes. And then when they manufacture something to put it out on the dock, there's only so much space. They got to put it in their warehouses, get out of the weather. There's only so much space in the warehouse. So you can try to produce all that you want. It doesn't matter. The capacity on the docks and the warehouses in China and all over the world and here in the United States is the problem because we never had something like this happen because they made a mistake. They should have never shut the economy down. That's what happened. And so now the biggest problem they have is they can't get enough truck drivers. They can't get the roads are all blocked up because all of these orders are backed up. They're not orders because the economy is doing good. When the economy is doing good, orders don't get backed up. The order flow continues. This man's a liar. Let him stay home.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Warning, Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the .com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. It tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So, when we get this kind of inflation, what's going on right now, make sure you're in the stocks that have the uptrend, okay? You're in stocks that like high inflation, stocks that like high yields, and those are your tech stocks. Just the opposite; they like low yields. So stay with your banks. Stay with your banks. Look, if you're going to stay in these tech stocks, remember, yields are going to go to 2%. They're going to go to 2% because it's inflation. They have no choice. So if you join my gang, you don't have to worry because we always make sure you're in the right portfolio. And every day we go over that portfolio with you. You don't have to spend any time. We archive it. Every day at 2 o'clock, we post all our stocks in our portfolio and tell you exactly what we're doing with each stock. And our students follow it. So just join the gang for free for 10 days. 877-600-GANG or 4264. That's 877-600-GANG or 4264. 10 days, you get the free membership and you get everything. Okay, you get all the classes, all the alerts. You get everything that you want. If you don't want anything, that's fine. If all you want is, hey, and we get many people say this, just tell me what to do with the stock in your portfolio. And we do that. How nice is that? We just tell you every day what is going on with the stock in your portfolio. And here's the cool thing. You're going to make money when the stock goes down. You're always trying to make money one way when the stock goes up. You know how good a trader you have to be, an investor, to just pick stocks that go up all the time? And then you got to know when to get out? You don't know when to get out. You don't. I talk to you directly. I'm telling you, just you and me. It's between us. Do you know when to get out of a stock? Do you know? No, you don't know. That's why 80% lose money, because they don't know. If we dug up J.P. Morgan, he's second to motion. People don't know, but they listen to these people like Kramer. And every one of Kramer's stocks right now on our chart, on our color-coded chart, every one of us tell you money is flowing out. Now, someone's going to email me and say, yeah, but Phil, I'm in one of the stocks and it's going up. It's going up because of short covering. Take a look at your trend. The trap door is wide open. You got to close that trap door. And the only way that trap door closes is a big push of money coming in. All his stocks, money, if you keep listening, you're going to lose more money. Instead, you should be shorting stocks. Short stocks. Now, one last thing. If you're going to be looking at the oil stocks, and we're in a lot of the oil stocks because that's where the inflation is. And because Biden did a great thing. He destroyed us, okay, with oil. He made sure that no longer were we oil and gas independent. He wanted us to be dependent on Saudi Arabia and Russia. So that means we got a shortage of oil. It's a problem. So oil price is going to keep going up. So stay with the oil stocks. And we'll do that for you. We'll show you exactly what stock to be in, when to get in, when to add, when not to, when to get out. And best thing is when it starts going back down, you'll make money on the way down. One last problem with what's going on with our great transportation secretary. He has no idea what he's doing. He's way over his head. He has no clue. This was a political appointment. This goes to show you, I don't care if it's a Republican president, I don't care if it's Democrat, they don't make appointments as to skill or experience or they be best for the country. They make appointments like this idiot, okay? He couldn't even manage a $10 million budget in a little town in Indiana. And everyone said he was an arrogant SOB, and boy, is he. And he turns around, and now he gets an $85 billion budget? Are you kidding me? Now, one of the big problems are the banks. Besides the reputation that store owners and business owners, that they get hurt because when customers are angry, they're not getting their orders filled, right? So that hurts them. But the biggest thing is the banks. They're not your friends. Small businesses need banks. And every bank, when you need the money, they're not there. When you don't need the money, they're there. And when this crisis came, and right now they're not making money. They're down about 30-40% small business because they don't have the inventory to sell. And prices are so high, they're not buying some of the goods that are there. Now, the business banks, the banks that are supposed to fund small businesses, they're the worst. If your business is going fine and everything's great, they're there. They're there. But when a crisis like this happens and you need money for inventory, you need money to hang on, they're not there. Banks are worse than inflation. Banks are terrorists. They are terrorists. They're financial terrorists. Bankers are financial terrorists. They destroy you when you need the money the most. They walk away from you. They walk away. All these businesses are getting their credits cut, their lines of credit. People, these businesses have small lines of credit. Small business maybe have an 80,000 line. Another one has 50,000 for inventory to get you over those tough spots, right? They cut them all. Now, when business gets good again, they're going to come back. Oh, I want to raise your line. I'm going to raise your line back from 20,000 to 100. But we cut you from 100 back to 20. That's the biggest problem, and that's why we're not going to get a recovery. It's the small businesses that drive this economy. Not Apple, not Microsoft. It's the small businesses. And they need to have the banks behind them. And they're not behind. Oh, they're behind, all right. Way behind. 23,000 small businesses linked to the supply chain are going bankrupt because the banks, these terrorists, aren't there to help. They're destroying their credits. They're not giving them their line of credits. They're cutting way back on them. So this is going to go for a long, long time. This is not, you might as well figure the next 12 weeks, nothing's going to happen. Oh, by the way, he said, don't worry, when he went away on vacation, his parental leave, or whatever they call it, he said, "Oh no!" I appointed a board to look into it. Appointed a board to look into it. You've been there for 9 months. Supply interruptions aren't anything new. The first day that you took over, the last people that were in that office, I'm sure, and I knew who the transportation secretary was. Elaine Chao, very smart, very bright, one of the best we ever had. I'm sure she told him the difficulties of maintaining these supply lines. There's always a problem. And he should have been schooled up already. He shouldn't be waiting for the 9th month, then decides he's going to put a round table together. You know why they do that? So they don't have to make a decision to pacify us. But whose fault is that? Joe Biden. So what do? Let's make sure we're in the stocks that are the best stocks for this situation we're in right now. Make sure we're always in those strong stocks. And every one of our gang members are in those correct stocks. Why don't you join? Try it for 10 days. It's free. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-GANG or 877-600-4264. Or go to my site, philsgang.com. And remember, you get also the free color-coded chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell, and when to short. There's the magic right there. Once we can move you from the column that 80% of you lose money, because 80% of the people in the stock market lose money, we'll get you to the 20% who always make money. What's the difference? The difference is you'll know how to make money when a stock goes down. Every time you're in a stock right now, and it starts going down, you get out. You don't know what to do. You just get out and lose money instead of switching your position. The other stocks you're going to have to look for that are going to do terrific are the gold mining, the metals and mining stocks. Metals, don't do these on your own. Don't start buying them now. Just like oil. My gang will tell you, we bought oil when nobody wanted it. When nobody wanted it, we bought MRO. One of my favorite refiners, when nobody wanted it. All these stocks are up big. We're going to do the same thing. Nobody wants gold or gold mining stocks. We're going to be there. And the other thing, the Defense Department, those stocks are laying back. All the, like Lockheed Martin, Boeing. You've got to start buying those, and we'll tell you when. The problem is you can't have a devoted Soviet. The guy from Vermont, what's his name? Bolshevik Bernie. Can you imagine putting a communist in charge of your budget? Like he's going to protect our nation? He's cutting back. Look, I can't fix that, but we can surely put you in the stocks that you can take advantage of this inflation and make money. And then you'll make money as the market crashes. See you on the chart. Join the gang. Free for 10 days.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.